Good day, denizens of the interwebs. I'm Unsilent, and as promised, today we have a new game for you. And by new, I mean one from 1993. So it's keeping with the retro theme of this channel. From 1993, this is The Seventh Guest. The title will come up eventually. There's the title, The Seventh Guest. Now, if you haven't heard of it, and there's a very good chance that you haven't heard of it, that's because it's from 1993. And this game, published by Virgin Games and developed by Trilobite, is considered one of the killer apps for CD-ROMs. If it wasn't for this and Myst, and I think Star Wars Rebel Assault are the three games that are considered killer apps for CD-ROM gaming on PC, you know, maybe the whole course of gaming would have gone differently. We got a storybook.
He was a drifter, moving from town to town, robbing a gas station here, a grocery store there, until one night.
Now, I should warn you, this game is so old, there's no options like subtitles or even like an options menu, so I can't really change anything.
She was coming home from choir practice, but she never got there. Stoff took her purse and ran away. Instead, Stoff had to run and hide. He sunk even lower. He had nothing. No life, no possessions, no dreams.
Quality of acting, and obviously the visuals, have come a long way since 1993 in video games now, haven't they?
And that's when the vision came. A doll. And in his dream, Stoff reached out. It was a gift.
Nowadays, you get guys like Kevin Spacey in Call of Duty and Kit Harington in this year's Call of Duty. And here,
Stoff carved the doll, whittling the haunting face until it was an exact replica. And when he was done...
And here you literally have a small-town Shakespearean theater group doing this acting.
Stoff went to town, to a bar. The owner had a daughter. Ooh, he said his girl would love the strange doll. And Stoff offered it to the man. And the owner, in turn, offered Stoff food and a place to stay. A simple transaction. The first of many.
So if you're wondering why the acting looks so bad and so hammy, it's because you've got a bunch of theater actors who are used to... hang on a second.
And that night, Stoff had another vision.
He's sleeping on the footboard of his bed on top of the pillow. Like, these are people used to, like, acting to the back of, like...
Stoff created the puzzle, just as he saw it. And everyone wanted one.
How many 100-seat theaters? So they're acting for everybody way in the back to see, not realizing here they're acting for a camera about 3 feet from their face.
Shop because everyone wanted a Stoff toy. Every boy and girl in the town, from all the neighboring towns. A Stoff toy is a toy for life, people said. And no two are alike. Everyone loved his unique toys. Henry Stoff grew wealthy, but then the strange virus came, and some of the children started dying.
Why does that remind me of the Native Americans got blankets? It was blankets that were infected with smallpox.
Clutching their Stoff toys so close.
Henry Stoff, toy maker, and biological warfare enthusiast.
And there was this one last vision, A last dream of a great house, a mansion that the wealthy toy maker was to build. A strange house, a house that scared people.
My, isn't this a cheery place?
Okay, her face just turned into like something like skeletonish there. Did anybody else see that? Because I definitely saw that.
Edward, I'm not sure we should have been here today.
Why? Because it's a spooky old house? Don't worry, dear. I'll watch out for you.
I expected more of Mr. Stuff.
Now, the game is set in 1935, I believe, so if you're wondering why her clothes are equally as dumpish.
And Lord, it smells awful too. What's Stoff been doing here?
And he has the comically long cigarette on... I forget what those things are called. And the magician who looks like a Maharaja has arrived. He doesn't have anything to say. Very good.
How did I get here? I remember nothing.
Alright, so the seventh guest is sort of, fantasy, horror, sci-fi, I don't know how to say sci-fi horror, but it's fantasy, horror, point-and-click puzzle game. The WASD keys don't actually do anything, so I can hit WASD until the cows come home, and nothing's going to happen. So, all I have is my mouse and the left mouse button, so... always go right. It's a good rule for everything. Now, behind door number 1, the wagging finger says nothing behind door number 1. Alright, there was a door on the right. Let's look on the right. And the beckoning finger will guide us. Now, the reason why we're not going directly there is this is all pre-rendered CGI from 1990. Like, this was... like the height of graphics for 1993. So I mean, you think about how far we've come in 23 years. I know I was saying the same thing with Doom, but the point also stands with the seventh guest. All right. Now, I think this is the library because I gave the instruction manual that came with the game on GOG. I got it on GOG. Gave it a quick skim, and apparently this is I think this is the hint book in the library. I think. I haven't done a puzzle yet, so it's not letting me look at that yet, but it's beckoning me towards the glass doors in the back. I think those are called French doors. French doors to a wormhole to another dimension. I was going to say wormhole to another dimension, but the other dimension is trying to break into the into our world here. Now that skull with the brain popping out the top means we've got a puzzle there. I told you I gave it a quick skim. And we've got
You'll need more than lenses to focus your thoughts on this one.
Yeah, that was an okay pun. I was going to say it's a pretty good telescope to be able to, through a door, in a lit room, be able to see Mars this clearly. Alright, so what are we? We'll start with the T.
Now this doesn't make sense. Or does it?
Valuable insight, self. I think that's myself. So what do I... Okay, so I can pick either H or Y next. Or ta.
A perplexing planetary poser. How puzzling. Perhaps a phonemic path can be phrased with a little postulation.
What he's basically saying is we're connecting the dots to form words and phrases. So we can connect the dots to this, there. No, that'll lead me to a blank. I don't think I'd like that. This, blue, no. This, no. I think it's gonna be there.
Having fun yet, mortal?
T-H-E-R and E. Their way is... No. There... I've got to start talking louder, I'm sorry. There... That was E. There... is no there's no possible way. Ah, there we go. Okay, this one was not. There is.
This is trickier than it looks.
Oh no, I just solved itself. Hang on a second. Let's connect the dots. An ironic start to the game, where the game starts with "there is no possible way," when, in fact, yes, there is a possible way. There is no possible way. Oh, that wasn't such a bad start. You think old games and how hard are old... There are... You know, you're used to old games being, like, impossibly difficult. Well, that's not a bad start, unless it's, like, literally that is the beginner puzzle. Let's see what we get.
Old Man Stouff built a house and filled it with his toys. 6 guests were invited one night. Their screams, the only noise. Blood inside the library, blood right up the hall, dripping down the attic stairs. Hey, guests, try not to fall. Nobody came out that night. Not one was ever seen. But old man Stouff is waiting there. Crazy, sick, and mean!
Well, rip headphone users. That got unnecessarily loud at mean like that. It was just, okay, what's this do? Oh, it replays the, I can't skip it either. Okay, so we're stuck listening to about how Old Man Stouff invited 6 guests over, but who's the 7th guest? Who's the 7th guest? So, there are 6 guests who never come out again. Are we the 7th guest? Do we survive the puzzles while everybody else fails? But then again, everyone else looks like a ghost. Now that's because they filmed the 7th guest, and they didn't have like a proper blue screen to film. They filmed this on blue screen, but they didn't have a proper blue screen, so they used blue butcher's paper. So, I know that one from the local Italian grocer in my hometown, where sometimes they use that sort of reddish brown typical butcher's paper. Oh, is there something again to the left here? Ooh, there's something in the fireplace. What is in the fireplace? Oh, there's a secret door in the fireplace. Oh, hang on. Where are we going? Where am I? Okay, we can't go in there. Always go right. Okay, there's a door at the end of the hallway. Can't go in there. Alright, well. Okay, so the menu system, because all you have is one mouse and one mouse button, you have to click at the top of the screen. And can I have the map? Thank you. Am I? Stairs, thank you. I think I'm on the second floor. But now I'm trying to figure out what the map means. This is where we just were. We've been through here. We've been through here. And we solved the puzzle in here. So, okay. So, the rest of this is brown. Does that mean there's a puzzle there and we can attempt to solve it? And the rest that's sort of normal beigey we can't go in. So, the hallway in the second floor is accessible. But we can't... farewell. But we can't go into any of the rooms yet. Ah, okay. So that's a good way for us to keep track of progress. Oh. I don't remember facing a painting when I hit pause, but... Well... I think I know what happened to one of the guests. Let's... How the hell... What on earth was... That's the Maharaja chasing a kid. I know he's a magician. I will stop being as racist to the guy wearing a turban. The clearly white gentleman with a Super Mario mustache wearing a turban. Now if I click this, is it going to replay the same scene from the start of the game?
Mr. Dutton, welcome to my house. The arrangement is simple. You are to spend the night as my guest, and in exchange, I will give you your heart's most secret desire. And you know what that is, Mr. Dutton, don't you? I require one thing of you, a special service, a task that I've set up for you. There's a guest who hasn't arrived yet. A guest unlike the six of you. A very special guest. Your services involve that guest. You must wonder what that service is. But that is the game, Mr. Dutton. The puzzle I've set for you. This is all I can tell you, Mr. Dutton. In the morning, only one of my guests will walk out of this house with his or her every wish granted.
Ah, so there's a seventh guest coming. We haven't met the seventh guest yet. Now, like I said before, it's all pre-rendered, so it can't just take us over there. It's got to do its little... It's got to do its thing. Now, can we go in through this door? Yes, we can. We're in the dining room. Lovely green cake. My aunt once made what is referred to as a green dessert. She made some... Oh, we got a scene.
I guess our host wants us to fend for ourselves.
Oh, I've tasted better fare.
At least he left his regrets.
I'll show you mine, if you show me yours.
I don't know,
Oh, it says that we're each to have a piece. Exactly the same, including the symbols.
What? That's impossible.
So you're saying there is no possible way? It's a good thing we played the, one thing first. The, what's it called? The telescope puzzle first. Alright, let's take a look at the cake puzzle. Now, my aunt made something like some sort of frozen pistachio type of dessert that turned out green. And they couldn't get it out of the...
Become a grave gravedigger now, have we? You are a glutton for punishment.
4 out of 10 for the first pun, 7 out of 10 for the second pun. So, exactly the same, including the symbols. So, 6 across, 5 down. It's a 6x5 grid, so there's 30 pieces. 6 have only icing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 have skulls. That's 18, and the last 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, have gravestones. So 1 icing only, 2 skulls, and 2 gravestones. So my aunt made this green dessert.
2 skulls and 2 stones. The rest is just icing.
Thank you, Self.
Puzzling.
Keeps interrupting me when I'm going to talk. Made this green pistachio thing they couldn't get out of the baking pan she'd made it in. So everything she's made has been referred to as green desserts.
Some cannot be created more equal than others.
Thank you, Mr. Orwell. Also, I just noticed the plates are eyeballs. That's pretty cool. If a bit death-themed. Alright, so that's 2 sets of them out of the way. So we've got 4 guests and 20 pieces left. Now, I would have to assume it's all supposed to be continuous. So what if we try that? What if we grab these 2 skulls here? It's a hard one to talk through because it's all pretty well there. And we'll grab the rest of the top row and 1 icing down. Oops. It's not exactly precise with the controls. I thought I was grabbing that one. And then that just leaves the last one. GG. That's this puzzle done. I'm waiting for the... Oh, you can't grab it yourself? Come on now. I'd like to know what the frosting's made out of, because they're using... It's very white cake, so obviously it's vanilla. And... Oh, really? What was the point of dividing it up, including symbols, if it's just going to dissolve into the cake anyway?
Don't worry. I won't bite.
Hard? Or unless he asks?
Edward, we could help each other out. I could help you, and you could help me. Come and talk in my bedroom upstairs, where it's nice and private.
Now she has turned into a skull, and he's turned into a clown, and whoa! His head exploded. Again, rip headphone users. And here I was going to make a joke about his head going off a little quickly. I didn't think old folks had that problem. Get it? Get it? It's an erectile dysfunction joke. I know. You got it. You got it. If we, I'll go through this door. If we walk in on them later on, I'm sure that, I'll be making a blue pill joke, don't worry. Alright, let's go through this door and see what is behind. I think this will be the 3rd door we've gone through. Door number 3. What scene do we have here? Now, what?
Yes, this is it.
What is it?
No, it isn't.
She's moving something, but you can. You can hear her, but you can't see what she's doing. What's the scene?
When all the 7 guests have gathered, you must figure out what I want. It's a puzzle.
Watch her mouth.
And mind you, the others are also working at the same task. It may all depend on who has the greatest need, or who is the bravest. There are clues throughout this house as to what must be done. The house is alive with clues.
Hoping to meet you in the flesh. I remain your host, Henry Stuff.
It's hard to tell because the quality of the video is so poor, but it looks like her mouth is moving at the same speed, like she's saying his words, but Stoff's voice is coming out of her mouth, is what it looks like there, which is actually kind of a cool effect.
Here's food for thought. Be warned, though. Your mind will be gorged before this night is done.
Eh. 6 out of 10 puns. Food for thought and gorged. Okay, so am I grouping them? Am I making words? I think I'm making words because you've got 3 L's and 3 P's and 3 T's and 3 R's, 5 S's. You got these singles, the B, the C, the G, and the H, and then you've got 11 Y's. So I think I'm forming words where Y is my only vowel. Well, it's a constant. They taught us in school up here in Canada that Y is only a vowel when it's at the end of the word, when it's the last letter of the word, which doesn't sound right. You know, with however many years of hindsight I have, way too goddamn many, I think is the right answer, over 15 from, like, elementary school for sure. I think over 10 years from high school too, now that I think about it. God, I'm old. Alright. So, 2-letter words with the letter Y. By. My. Ty the Beanie Baby Company. Okay. Let us.
There's more to these cans than meets the eye.
There you go. My. Let's grab that one. Okay, let's see. Words that are 3 letters long with the letter Y. Bly's a name. Captain Bly. Shy. Sly. Spy. Sty. Spry is 4 letters. Thy. I could do thy. Very old-timey, though. Take away that H. I feel that H might be... but I've already got 2 words where that H could go up top, right? Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to bail out of this one. Because there is, back in the library, the super secret book, well, the not so super secret book of hints that we are going to go to. Per the instruction manual on GOG, if you consult the book once, it'll give you a vague hint. The second time, it'll give you a slightly better hint. And the third time, it'll just say you're basically tapping out at that point. And it will just let you pass through the puzzle, but it won't give you any of the story elements in there to go with. Oh, there's a puzzle here. Yeah, let's do this puzzle. Let's do this puzzle.
Find a place to start. It's hard to find a place to finish.
All right. Oh, okay.
Which way should I go now?
Okay, you're following the line.
I wonder if you will get the point of this.
That 0 out of 10 pun. I get it. You're supposed to take your spider and fill in the... Oh, it's not one traveling spider. I was going to say one spider and just go from point to point to point. Oh, I started on that point. So I wanted to fill in this point. No, I don't.
There's something missing. This star seems to have lost its sparkle.
So I do that. Okay, I'm done already. I know I'm already done. Because...
Which way should I go now?
I wonder if you will get the point of this.
Oh, good. When you redo a puzzle, it just plays back all the same audio cues, same place the second time around. Fantastic. That won't get annoying at all. Okay, we know from last time that... Okay, but it's not gonna... If I click this, it's not gonna go there. It's going to spawn a second one here, and it's gonna go there. So how do I get back to this one? Because there's only 2 ways to get to here, and one of it's already occupied, and... Oh, I get it. I put one here.
Where should I go now?
Get it here, and I put it there. Because that's the only way I'm...
The points of this star are missing something.
Yes, they're missing spiders. So I'd go here.
Which way should I go now?
So I'm basically chasing myself. I'm working backwards. Or I'm working forwards.
This star seems to have lost its
You get what? Thanks, me. You get what I'm saying, though. Because...
Which way should I go now?
Because there's only 2 ways to fill in 2 routes to fill in any point. Like this one. I can come at it from this top right one back to here on the left, or I can go from the bottom right to the left. But as soon as I fill in either one of these, I can't get back to the left. So I've got to go on the bottom right here, as an example, and go over to here. And so I'd go here, top, and to bottom right. And I'd go from bottom left up to top, and how would I fill in the last one? Oh, this should be interesting. Now what happens? Or is that the puzzle successfully completed?
Curses!
I'm guessing his complaint says that was successful.
Come on. Come. Please.
Well, someone promised that not everyone was going to get out. 6 guests, all... Well, let's assume that the kid is the 7th guest for the moment. So 6 aren't getting out. But does the 7th guest get out? Are we the 7th guest? Are we the kid? How do we get in here then? How did the kid get in here? No, we're not the kid because we're an adult voice. Many questions still to be answered, but that will be the next time on The 7th Guest. Thank you very much for joining me. Like if you liked the video, share it if you liked the video, comment down below, subscribe if you're new, and don't be afraid to check out some of the older videos, probably down on the right side of the screen. In the description, we've got some of our social media stuff as well. So until the next time, I'm Unsilent. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.